can only imagine what was going on in the WWF creative room when WrestleMania 2 was about to be aired. WrestleMania last year was a hit event, but we should keep it going. How do we top last year? I know. Let's have it take place in 3 separate locations for no reason other than to sell more than 20,000 tickets. Could have honestly just rented a stadium. Also, Vince McMahon of the WWF didn't once think that if WrestleMania took place in 3 separate locations, then one of those venues would be sitting around waiting and doing absolutely nothing for 2 fucking hours. And this is in 1986 too, where there ain't much to entertain yourself with while you wait.
Welcome to WrestleMania!
Or at least 1/3 of it. I have all the respect in the world for sporting events having America the Beautiful be performed prior to the show beginning, but, this goes on for like 6 damn minutes.
You can cut the electricity with a knife.
Electricity isn't the only thing WWF cut with a knife tonight, apparently. They accidentally cut WrestleMania into 3 pieces. Also, honestly, if you want to go through with having WrestleMania in multiple locations, then why don't we just have one match from one venue, the next match from the second venue, the third match from the third venue, and then repeat? Hell, each location has a total of 4 matches. It's a perfect strategy. WWF started WrestleMania from New York, followed by Mean Gene Okerlund in Chicago, and then went straight back to New York, because fuck Los Angeles, apparently.
I would quit tiddlywinks. I would quit dating girls.
Roddy Piper is the fucking best when it comes to cutting these hilarious and awesome promos. Just saying, we got like a lot of people waiting in other locations, so can we not start off this match with a dick measuring contest between Paul Orndorff and Don Morocco?
Mr. Wonderful, the embarrassment of...
Not gonna lie, I actually thought I had the audio commentary turned on while trying to watch this match before realizing that WWF is simply playing an audio recap of Don Morocco cutting a promo. Don't like getting mind-fucked here. Don Morocco was already falling forward before Paul Orndorff could even sweep his legs. It's hard to tell if the magnificent Morocco is in pain from Paul's submission hold or if he smells something familiar and is trying to figure out what it is.
Classic maneuver by Morocco with Orndorff.
Not gonna lie, I like that double counter from both Paul Orndorff and magnificent Morocco. That indeed was, no pun intended, magnificent to look at.
I thought he was going to come up with something there, but...
It's a good thing that WWF chose not to have celebrities be guest commentators for the entirety of their shows because, no disrespect, Susan St. James sounds like she'd rather be anywhere but here, disinterested in everything about this show. Matter of fact, here are 5 more sins. Also, I'm just gonna throw in a quick 50 cents for the many times Susan says, uh-oh, for every little thing because I'm too tired to go searching for all of them.
Oh no, not to the ring. Oh, look at that.
Boy, that's gotta suck. Your first match at WrestleMania 2 and the first of only 4 that this audience is going to witness, and it ends in a double countout. Big ouch moment, am I right? Also, the big reason why Paul Orndorff and the magnificent Morocco didn't get back into the ring before the 10 count is because the referee was literally counting faster than he would during a freaking pinfall. It's like he wanted to count these men out and disappoint the audience. Screw you.
Unless if he uses it, he's going to be disqualified.
Yo, Vince McMahon, Mr. Guy who runs this company. The match ended like 30 seconds ago when both men got counted out. Paul can use that chair if he wants to. What is there to lose now? By chanting bullshit, the audience would be great at Cinema Sins 2 expansion. Jesus, this was a terrible start to the show. Hoping it gets better as it progresses. Paul Orndorff realizes that nobody won this match and said, fuck it, I'll pose for you guys. That'll totally make up for the BS you just witnessed. Admire this.
Perhaps we have the replay.
Howard Finkel is just awkwardly standing in the ring with a microphone to his mouth, not saying a word. Did he suddenly become a statue or something?
First of all, let me tell you people...
Just as we're about to get the results of the obvious double countout that took place from Howard Finkel, fuck it, let's cut to a promo from Mr. T because that's totally what we need right now, a delay for a match result. Holy shit, we're only 15 minutes into the show and it's already a mess. Here are 15 more sins.
In the previous bout, both
Phoenix,
Mr.
Arizona.
Wonder-
My head hurts so much from all the bullshit that happened and now it's gotten worse. Now we're hearing Mr. T cutting a promo on Roddy Piper while simultaneously listening to Howard announcing the results of the double countout. I don't know if I can keep going with this, guys. Macho Man Randy Savage is making his entrance for his Intercontinental Championship defense against George the Animal Steele. Unfortunately, the security and Miss Elizabeth are so crowded together, it's impossible to see him.
Randy Savage.
We're about to get started on the Intercontinental Championship match, with both wrestlers in the ring ready to go. So naturally, the next thing to do is play a pre-recorded promo when we could have done that before the entrances took place. Jesus, my head's about to explode.
George Animal Steele can not only win the championship, he just might win the hand of Elizabeth.
Vince McMahon believes that Randy Savage is only with Miss Elizabeth because he's the Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, Elizabeth is totally interested in the title only. We're up WrestleMania 2 to bring you that god-awful Wrestling Classic pay-per-view because Randy did a shitload of this too and even lost that damn tournament because of hanging out outside the ring.
I'm telling you,
again,
he
right
got
back
nervous.
up.
This is only a 5-minute match, but almost the entirety is either Randy Savage evading a waiting George Steele or Randy being chased by George, or sometimes a mixture of the two. After that double countout we just witnessed, do we need any more of this annoyance? Might as well add 100 more sins. I know it's his thing and what George Steele was most famous for, but biting is a sin, unless it's Jake Roberts' snake doing it. George Steele finally has Randy Savage down and is in a great position to win the Intercontinental title, but chooses to focus on Miss Elizabeth instead, who did nothing to distract him. Also, George put himself in the obvious I'm going to get tangled on the ropes position by placing his feet in front of the bottom rope, standing behind the middle rope, and leaning in front of the top rope. At this point, he deserves to lose the match.
For the match. Ooh!
These flowers technically qualify as using a weapon, and it was in full view of the referee's eyes, so why didn't Randy Savage get disqualified here? What the hell is even going on anymore? This entire sequence of George feeding Randy with turnbuckle stuffing.
The Macho Man's feet are on the ropes.
Based on how weak Randy's positioning was, there was no way in hell George had no chance to escape that pinfall even with a struggle. I thought WrestleMania 9 was the worst. I got lied to. Meanwhile, back in Chicago, where we've already visited Gene Okerlund, but once again, we have yet to go to Los Angeles, who no doubt are wondering what the hell's going on.
This place is popping.
Probably because they noticed we're live on their side. Highly doubt they were popping for the last 30 minutes with nothing going on.
Now back to New York.
Well, we couldn't at least have a match take place in Chicago? Do that back and forth idea I had in mind? Fuck Los Angeles still?
Uppercut.
Oh, miss.
What in the hell kind of a punch was that supposed to be? Jake the Snake Roberts is already losing it in the first 10 seconds of the match.
Everybody do the flop.
Shot right to the throat area.
Actually, George Wells chopped Jake Roberts on the chest area, not the throat area. Can we at least get some correct commentary despite all the hell we witnessed?
Lunging.
Oh, come on! Didn't we already see enough of this shit in the Intercontinental Championship match earlier? And in the first match? Please don't get counted out. Please don't get counted out. Please don't get counted out.
Maybe there's nothing in the...
You guys clearly saw the bag moving earlier and even commented about how it was moving. Newsflash, Jake Roberts isn't a magician here. He's a snake handler.
Oh, he wrapped it underneath him and back around.
The one thing I'll remove a sin for is the balls George Wells has for letting a snake crawl all over him. Matter of fact, kudos to anyone who'd let a snake crawl all over them, trained or not.
Let's take you now to Los Angeles.
WWF was probably like, oh shit, we're also live in Los Angeles too. Quick, cut over to them before somebody notices. Too late, I noticed.
Is this wonderful? It's just incredible.
Joan Rivers is iconic, without a doubt, but unfortunately the introduction of these judges for the boxing match coming up takes way too long. Also, the entire existence of this boxing match between Mr. T and Roddy Piper, it lasts about the next half hour of the show, doesn't get good in any way, and ends in an anticlimactic tragedy. Given 100 more sins then.
Time for the main event.
40 minutes into the New York side of things and we're already at the main event. Really seem to be rushing things here, right?
Roddy Piper.
Very awkward timing on the introduction. Mr. T is making his entrance while Roddy Piper is still being introduced.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, ref.
What? The referee is telling off Roddy Piper for striking while on the ropes, and he's definitely lost points because of it.
Watch out, Roddy.
I have full respect for the sport of professional boxing and that this is how the matches are usually performed. But this is the WWF, and a crossing over a boxing match doesn't exactly make this entertaining. Hard pass, and since nothing exciting or interesting happens, I'm going to throw in 50 cents and jump straight to the ending.
Oh, wait a minute.
It took almost 20 minutes of boxing before Roddy Piper finally had enough, got bored, and got disqualified by hitting a body slam on Mr. T. Here's to hoping things are much better on the Chicago side of things because holy shit, the New York side sucked.